Hello. Today, I got a comment on one of my videos. I'm going to use it to leap off and talk about something I've to talk about something cool that I've wanted to be a video. In fact, it's going to be two videos. One that I've tried to make several times and one that I haven't, but the one that I haven't, that one will just be the actual answer to your question. Approximately, basically, something. That's not this video, though. This video is the one I've tried to film a lot of times because it's a very important thing to understand. But man, is it a hard video to talk about. So the comment is approximately, I don't understand why you do so many reps with lightweight. That's not going to help an advanced lifter build muscle. Okay. And like I said, after I film this 50 times, I'll I'll start filming the next one. I'll start filming the actual answer to that 50 times. You know, got to hit the huge sets even when you're filming videos. But I'll explain that in the next one. And this one, it's going to be about why do you think that? And I like your comment. Okay? It's great. Don't stop posting comments like that. I don't really want to directly respond to comments. That sounds like a lot of work, especially down the line if I make that something that I do. But if it's a good comment, good question, I might make a whole video to answer you, you know. This specific comment was fine. But of course, I've dealt with this kind of question or whatever just so many thousands of times. No clue. And most of the time, it's not respectful or anything. I think it's hilarious. And I don't mean why do you think that specific thing? I mean, why do you think that you know anything? Why do you. I'm not trying to attack you, the commenter. But why do you think that you know the answer to any of this? All the time, I'll have people, oh, your form is shit, or why are you doing this or that? Or back, I used to like post a workout every day with my little transformation thing like a few years ago or something. And I had commenters, a very common comment, not from one person, a lot of people were like, look at this noob, he's wearing jeans in the gym. Oh, he's retarded. What? And I mean, sometimes haters are gonna hate, right? That kind of thing. But a lot of the times it's not that. Sometimes it's like legitimately people will just have some reasoning on something, and they'll be like, that's not the right way to do it. And it's like, well, I don't want to be like, well, how the fuck do you know? Calmly, why do you think that? So today, always, but there's a perfect example to this. When I load up YouTube, two of the recommended videos that I'm getting recommended right now, one of them is titled approximately "Going to Failure is the Biggest Mistake You Could Make to Build Muscle." Okay? And the other one is "You Have to Go to Failure Every Set." Approximately. I'm not looking at the videos right now, and I didn't watch either one because we'll get to that. But I didn't watch either one, but that's the two videos on the front page of YouTube. And this is true of everything in this field. Okay? The real answer is that nobody knows anything. Okay? A lot of the time, okay, let's say I feel some bit of hesitation getting on here and saying what I think about stuff. Because I feel like I don't fucking know shit. Not really. Not enough to say anything with certainty. And yet, literally every single person that I watch, I don't care. Pick the top, like I have like the influencers or whatever the fuck that I like, that I watch and that I like more than others and this and that and whatever. But even the ones that I like or that I watch, they say shit. It's just a coin flip. Like they'll say something, but I'm like, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. And then they'll just say some shit that I'm like, no, you're stupid. That's not how. No, what? Every single one. I don't think there's a single influencer or person on this channel that I don't think is fucking stupid. And I'm not trying to be like, because I'm fucking stupid. I just said that, right? But the problem is that they just tell it to you with such authority, like they know, when I feel like I know better than all of them. And I'm telling you that I don't know. Okay? I'm going to tell you who knows how many things in the upcoming months, years. Who knows? And there, it just is how it is that some percentage of that's going to be wrong. Okay? You know? Still, I think that I know better than them all, than all of them. A lot of this is just I'm like the Nikola Tesla of this fucking shit. Okay, it's like what's my source? It's that I get it's like I intuitively I thought about it and I was like, how would these contradictory things make sense? Oh, it's this. I don't fucking know. I thought about it. Okay, and okay, well that's a bad source. This is why. Like I didn't watch either of their videos, this front page of YouTube, and this is why I think that that is a good source. And this is also why I've filmed this video like who knows how many times. It could be one of my earlier videos, kind of, about how nobody knows anything. But it's so hard to talk about this without just being the most cocky bitch ever. Okay, like I'm like I've thrown away so many of my videos because I'll go into nonsense, and sometimes it is nonsense. Like talking doesn't matter, but sometimes it's literally just like, okay, I think I'm being a little bit too arrogant here. I probably should tone this down. Maybe every set some kind of rule for myself where I can only be the most cocky fucking bitch ever. Every other video, every third video, maybe. I don't know. I try to not do it, but sometimes the topics literally require that to understand what I'm saying or why I have this perspective. So next video, where I'm actually answering the question that was asked, I will try to not be just super annoying in that way. But why do I think that I'm such a high tier source? Well, it's very simple. It's because I am at the top of the world at doing this. Okay? And people tell me that I'm doing shit wrong, but there are very few people who I would pay any attention to what they say. Okay, now, from your perspective, I'm just a whatever mid-tier physique. What the fuck ever, right? But there's so many, like, to me, I know that I'm a lifetime natural who also started on the back foot, like way behind most people, okay? And still, I have achieved a level of this that is widely considered impossible. And even if you compared me to drug tested like natural bodybuilders or whatever the fuck, I mog the fuck out of most of the other ones at the top. Okay? And to myself, I know that I'm legitimate. So, of course, I'm going to be cocky as shit. Now, I try not to be like mean about it or anything because I didn't start out this way. I started out very reserved and humble and timid and all that shit. Okay? This is just I've grown into this. But because of this, I think that what I think is pretty valuable. And I'm sure there are some people who are like, well, I'm bigger than you, bro. Or whatever. And so, like I said, I'm not such an insufferable asshole that I would not listen to anybody. But you would have to be pretty high tier, approximately on my level, and I believe that you are uh, natural, whatever, in order for me to think that your opinion matters. And if you're bigger than me, if you take drugs, that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. If there was another reality where steroids and stuff doesn't exist, if we were to stand next to each other in that world, you would just look like a middle schooler who just randomly hit puberty the other day next to me. Probably. So whatever the fuck you think about training is irrelevant too, even if you are bigger than me. Not always. I'm not saying if you take steroids, you're definitely have no good ideas, you know? But as I'm at the top of the world on, the natty front, if someone who was on the top of the world in the open anything goes front, so if you were on the IFBB Pro stage, finalist kind of something that you have to say is worthwhile, and I should pay attention. Okay? Even if what you say I end up disagreeing with, or if what you say doesn't apply to me because we're playing different games, because you reached that level, something about you is a person of worth. And if in this other universe where steroids don't exist, you would still do pretty good. Probably. Okay. This leaves me at a point where, I mean, most the people who are like shitting on me aren't any, do not fall into any of these classifications generally. Okay. So why the fuck would I listen to what you say? And you're like, well, the science says, well, that's another video I've tried to film a lot of times. Holy shit. Like science versus bro lifting, which is basically science versus anecdotal lifting. Uh, Spoiler alert, I'll have this video down the line, but spoiler alert, I think science is stupid in this field. And no, I don't mean just the little current fads of whatever. Science, period, in this field is stupid. Like, they end up with the same ass two, like, shit on your YouTubes that say opposite things following the scientific method or whatever the fuck in this field as well. Okay? You are much better finding somebody who has done good and that you trust to tell you the truth, gleaning some information from them, and then filtering through what is useful to you than any fucking papers. Okay? The reality is, in this field, nobody knows. Okay? And you should question, why do you think that you know? And why do you think that you have the authority to insist that people who are probably doing better than you don't know? Like, this doesn't even just apply to lifting. This should apply to everything in your life. Like, you should think about why you think the things you do, I guess. Again, though, not hating on this commenter. I mean, it's a good question. This video is not the answer to your question. This video is just me saying that people don't know shit, and they shouldn't act like they know shit. Because even though I think I know more shit than everybody else, I'm saying you are definitely acting like that right now. I don't walk up to people in the gym and tell them that they're stupid. And I guarantee, like, most of the shit that I do looks dumb as fuck to everybody. But the way that I feel about that is, I don't care. Because it's on everyone else to imitate me. Because I'm at the top. Whatever they think is irrelevant. Fortunately for you, I will pass along my ideas in the coming videos in the future, or whatever. And because I know everyone's a fake natty, so there's no reason for you to fucking believe that my logic and why I should trust myself more than literally everybody else. There's no reason for you to believe that because you can't know, right? So I will explain my reasoning in basically everything that I say. I will walk through the steps for you to why you should agree with what I say. And still, it is what it is. That maybe, who knows? It's no clue. 10, 20, 30% of what I say could still be just dumb as hell. But that's a better than a coin flip, which is what you're getting from everybody else.